Boop-a-doo.
Neat.
Boop-a-doo, boop, boop, boop.
And there we are.
Go. Brightness could probably... Here. Something like that. Maybe I'll use this color. Little Bugman's Glow. It's an old Games Workshop color. It's actually a really nice one. It's kind of like a dark beige. I guess a light beige. Kel's a rogue. Hi, everyone. Lucky Bat. Awa! Water Bucket. Funky Monkey. Gig the Bandit. Disliked and having a tamale.
Ah.
Daniel Addison. Hi.
Hello. Welcome. So, this is an intervention.
Mm-hmm. G-Force Member 55, Stream Time. Jason M. Hey, everybody. Nelson Dune. Howdy, folks. Henry Satter. Hello.
Stream, stream, stream.
Mm-hmm.
Did Games Workshop do anything bad today?
I don't know. Probably. They probably just,
Interesting.
like, beat up some old people or...
I was about to say, I think they killed babies on a Warhammer article. Warhammer community article.
For sure.
Yeah.
Or they did something equally bad, like come out with Space Marine stuff or something.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. G-Force 945. Well, I finished the Cataphren destroyers today, now putting together the Castellan robots. Liam Hagen, are you keeping Nick in a cage during streams? Yes. Well, not just during the streams. All times.
Yeah, all the time. But I like it in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I call it a crate,
there's the little feeder thing, you know, the water bottle with the marble in the bottom. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. That was me drinking from it.
Yeah. Yeah, he stays hydrated. We give him a little calcium pellets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's taken care of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really good. Honestly, this is way better than just being a human being walking around.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about stuff. Gross. Why would you want to do that? For a second Fortnite, how long is the backlog for EOB completes? Like a month and a half.
I think if I was to paint these when I do a second squad of Repentia, because I'm sure I'll have a few when I ever do my Sisters of Battle army. I think I'll try to paint all of those with oils and see if it gives me a little easier of a time.
I'm actually doing the EOB complete in oils right now.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty interesting. Kind of a different feeling, but it's working out pretty well.
Michael Spitz, boys, got another date.
Hot
Bicep
damn.
also did a 2x4 move in the background there. Probably.
There you go.
Yeah, the ghosts come and go. They do as they please.
Mm-hmm. Remember that one time one of the boxes fell off the shelf by itself magically?
Yeah.
Scary. It was wild. I Wii'd a little bit, but that's because Jay has a Wii U, and we played some Wii U. We play Wii U.
Craig Jones, Forge World finally shipped my order 4 months and many emails to customer service after the order was made. Do they always reply or do they just start ghosting you after a while?
Outghost.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't even understand what Forge World is anymore.
That's why they don't care either.
Mm-hmm.
What? 1313s. Remember that time Nick got bombed? Ah, how dare you? How dare you bring that up? I think about it all the time. Joaquin Costa, I just learned Hammer Strike Storm Speeders can help me bring more Melta to my Salamander party. I'm giddy.
Ooh, neat.
Aaron H, better make sure you get Nick a wheel to help him get in some exercise.
That's true. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Yep, and then you'll hook me up to a battery, and I'll just generate power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hamsters can provide some good speed, but not a lot of torque.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if you had like, I guess how would you get the hamsters to do this? But if you had like a very long tube with hundreds of hamsters in it running, could you generate power with hamsters? Because I mean, they eat cardboard. It doesn't take anything to feed them.
Right. Yeah. This stream is sponsored by PETA, the animal rights organization.
Reed, hey Jay, who's your favorite F1 team? Like race cars? Red ones.
What's your favorite team? Mine's the blue ones. I like the blue ones because they're blue.
1313S, I will need to paint the great whites named Swigosaur dude and the kill rig and the dock butts tomorrow. I'll have 1500 points of Beast Naga snake bites. Neat. Keter Griffin. Did you hear the rumor that Gilliman has Ligma? I don't understand. What's Ligma? $13.13s. Remember the time that yeah.
Let's keep bringing that up, guys.
Mm-hmm. Cesar Jimenez, I really want to see the base completed. Me too. I think I might do oils to get in all the cracks, and then just acrylics on top. Geeta Griffin, Ligma D's? Ligma D's?
I thought it was Ligma Balls.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Ligma Balls. Were you worried that you'd be censored in the chat?
Maybe.
Ligma Dick. Liam Hagen. I'm actually getting some sisters for myself. Some of them should be arriving tomorrow.
Bluetooth 65. What do you think is a better first Space Marine army? Blood Angels or Blood Ravens?
I don't know. Whichever one you think is cooler. I mean, they're both red.
Yeah, but one's red. One's red in a different way.
All the Space Marines are the same. The only thing the Blood Angels have going for them is they do have a couple of unique units. So if you look at like Sanguinary Guard or Furioso Terminator or Furioso Dreadnoughts, and you're like, those are crazy cool, I want them, you should probably go with Blood Angels. But if you're like, I love the lore and backstory of the other ones, then you get those ones.
Edgar, yo, what up? Up all night again with an ear infection this time. If you could turn the music up to 11, it might shake something loose so I can hear again. That's how it works, right? Perfect. Ian Bonner. Do you need to seal before painting on oils?
Nope. The only reason you might want to seal is if your model has like a texture to it. Like if it's a metal model, sometimes metal models have a grainy texture. Then you might want to gloss coat it just to help the oils move around the surface. But usually I've been throwing oil right on top of fresh acrylic, and I have no problems of paint coming off. It's almost magical. Like, I feel like I guess acrylic paint is water soluble, not thinner, like thinner soluble. Because I feel like if I dumped the model in water and then rubbed it with a paintbrush, all the paint would start coming off. But for some reason, it just doesn't happen with oils and oil and oil medium.
Mm.
Joaquin Costa, any motion can generate power. That being said, how hard do I have to punch a frozen chicken to cook it? Can someone math that real quick? I think somebody has mathed something like that. Like how hard do you have to slap something for it to be cooked? It's like several squadrillions of joules of force.
Mm-hmm. That was amazing because did you mute the mic?
Mm-hmm.
We heard the setup,
yep.
And then it just cut out.
Nice. Yeah, usually I try to censor those, but the problem is when I'm focusing on trying to hit the microphone, it goes back down.
Yep.
Because you need a little freedom to sneeze.
This is true, but that was hilarious.
Gazgul Thraka, you got a Sisters Army or Kill Team, and as always, what's up, lads? By Gork's Balls, I'm taking forever painting my Beast Boss, Wog. I'm painting up 10 Sisters of Battle Repentia for Kill Team, and then one day it'll spiral into a whole army. Greg Jones, I'm looking to get some makeup brushes to help my dry brush game. What brushes, size, and brands do both of you recommend? And just go down to the CVS or Walgreens and just get some stuff. It's all the same. You gotta get Bent Nye. Like, no, it's all, there's, like, literally, they're all probably made at the same factory. If you get one and the bristles start falling out, maybe don't get that one again. Forsaken Fortnite, you bring bravely. I will that, so does the Squid Man. I like that, so does the Squid Man.
I mean, that's my motto.
Mm-hmm. Chris Fracklin, play Blood Ravens, but run them with Blood Angel rules. You know what? That might be the move.
There you go. Yeah, paint them however you want and just do the rules that you want. Daniel Bear, almost finished my night. Just weathering, highlights of weathering. The base rim, tidy up any rubbed off paint, a matte sealant, and a varnish. So close. I was hoping that list had like at least 20 more things.
Gazgul Thraka, hail Satan.
Exactly.
Aaron Ferguson, Master Chief could kill a Space Marine with a couple of punches. Yeah, it's always like the question, like, could Master Chief kill a Space Marine? I think he probably could. But probably, like, he could kill an average Space Marine. But, like, a unique Space Marine could probably kill him. I mean, his guns shoot puny bullets.
Yuck. Hunter of Ajax, painting some Custodes Terminators tonight. Ooh. Thanks for the entertainment.
Is it like the Arulian Terminators or Scadulian Terminators? I think I'm right.
Yeah.
I've been reading Dune, And it's in because Dune is the thing that people say 40k is ripped off of, and it is kind of interesting hearing some familiar names like Guardsmen, and instead of lasgun, lays guns.
That's pretty funny.
Empire, it's called the Human Empire. I think there could have been a little bit of thievery, but like it's thievery of stuff you can't. I feel like it's thievery of stuff you can't control. Like, you can't call your civilization an empire. Although, yeah, guardsmen is something. But even guardsmen, like, aren't human soldiers somewhere called guardsmen? I don't know. It's a good book, though.
I don't know why, but you kind of sound like a shill right now.
Oh no!
Jeez, are you defending Games Workshop? That's disgusting. We would never do that.
Joaquin Costa, those bases were milliput, right? Did that work out well? Would you recommend a different putty? I got gifted a Necron roller. Yeah, it worked out really, really well. I put the putty on the base first, and then I put water on the roller, and I rolled it on, and that mostly worked. I had a couple stick, and I had to wash off my roller in the sink. I've heard cornstarch works better than water. So I think when I try again, I'll probably try out cornstarch. Keter Griffin, the spice melange. Gyropathetic, lays guns. Do they shoot potato chips? Yep.
I get it. Ruffles have ridges. I don't know if you know that.
Edgar, Dune has a lot more than a few things that 40k stole, but you're right in that some of them are not really copyrightable. It's noticeable because they are so many things, not just a few. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait. Like, once I've read all the books, it'll be really interesting to see if it's literally everything. I was really surprised when I read some Age of Sigmar lore, how similar Age of Sigmar is to 40k. It's fairly similar. It's pretty surprising.
I like to think they just copy and paste and they just change Space Marines to Stormcasts.
Yeah, well, I can't wait. I'm writing a script that'll one day be finished about how Stormcast are better than Space Marines. Stormcast are Space Marines done correctly, and everyone's gonna be real mad at me. But that's okay. Everyone's always mad at me.
Hell, we're all mad at you right now.
Yeah. And it seems like I win no points by, like, having a giant Space Marine army. People are like, why do you hate Space Marines? I'm like, I obviously don't hate Space Marines. But why do you hate them?
Jesus. It kind of sounds like you hate Space Marines. I don't understand.
Yeah, it does. I can't keep it secret any longer. I've been collecting Space Marines ironically this whole time.
Oh my gosh. Holy cats. Monitor soup dudes.
Soup.
Soup. Joaquin Costa. So is Blizzard stealing ideas that stole from Dune, that stole from maybe something else? Are you telling me there's no real ideas anymore? Yes. Craig Jones. Dune inspired 40k and Foundation inspired Dune.
Oh my god.
Holy cats.
Internet. There was also a huge war against machines, which led to the AI being banned, and only psychers or tech magicians being able to work machines. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, and that's the same exact thing in 40k, as there was a war against AI that doesn't lead to anything important happening. I mean, I get it. It's like, oh, why don't they... Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. There's almost too much lore for 40k.
Should we get trimming?
Like, does it matter that there was an AI war this many thousands of years before the Emperor existed, and anything of note that has anything to do with the tabletop happened yet?
Where did the Emperor come from?
It's technically unknown. People think that it was a group of psychers willed him into being, because Chaos was eating so many psychers. Yeah, I think that's the main theory. But yeah, he's just kind of a mysterious fella. This lady's taking too long.
A classic. Nelson Dunn. Stormcasts are better because they have boobs.
Yeah, there you go.
The classic comment.
Mm-hmm. Keter Griffin, the new Kill Team is legit the best Games Workshop game. Kill Team, more like Thrill Team. It is a good game. It's a really good game.
Mm-hmm. Except for all the bombs.
Liam Hagen, a Space Marine is stronger than a Spartan 2, with better equipment and upgrades, and time differences of technology is insane. You can't noob combo a Space Marine. That is kind of true.
Liam Hagen, robots are cringe.
Yeah! Ursus Maximus, love the content. Also, you're the reason why I use 2 lamps at my painting table now. Ah, neat. I like 2 lamps. Twice the light.
This is true.
VMB, what happening with Games Workshop and Black Templars? I heard there's some new is coming out. Yeah, a whole bunch of new Black Templars are coming out. And a lot of people are like, Space Marines, and then a bunch of Black Templar pairs are like, yay.
Space Marines. That's what I said. I'm a lot of people.
Yeah, I got medium on me.
Daniel Bear, I don't have any problems with 40k ripping off Dune, but going around acting like you've invented the setting out of thin air and ruthlessly enforcing your IP is pretty cringe.
Well, see, the tricky thing with that, though, is that they don't. Like, when has Games Workshop ever stated, oh, we're so proud of how amazing and unique our lore is? Like, that just doesn't really happen. And then, just if I could chill for just a minute. And they have to try to copyright things to sell them. They've probably, like, people like joke, like, oh, they tried to copyright Space Marine. They've probably tried to copyright every single name and word and thing they've ever created to see what sticks and what doesn't. Because that's just kind of how it works. Like a corporation and its assets are not like a person. They're not really bound by logic. They're bound by the law. So yeah, it seems very hypocritical to be like, hey, we're gonna steal the AI war from Dune, and then publish a book about it. But like a person, when talking to another person, might just be like, ah, yeah, you're right. I'll just keep it on the down low. But a company can't.
Jeez. Jay's been eating his Chilios today, apparently.
Yeah, oh, big old bowl. Big bowl. But yeah, well, it's just kind of a meme inventing the character of James Workshop. Is this the right color? Chief Sorry 45. The Chapter House lawsuit was about 5 years ago. Oh, I remember Chapter House. They had like 4 good kits. And like a weird spidery Tau mega construct. Michael O'Brien, tips. Do you guys do basing tutorials? Never. Never in a million years.
Jeez, that might be an idea you write down.
Keter Griffin, weird question, but what kind of STLs do you get in the Patreon? How easy are they to print? I only have PLA and I'm pretty bad at it, but I want to STL and give monies to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we've printed them with
some of them
some
in
of
PLA.
Them. Mm-hmm.
Not all of them are designed to be in PLA. Like the like some of the scatter terrain probably wouldn't print very well. I actually haven't tried it, but I can imagine since that has some of them have a texture to it. Going forward, my goal is to have it be both as much as I can. It's kind of hard on some things. Like right now I'm working on the what's it called? The Chapel Barracks, and like mostly that will be PLA. And then I'll probably have it where you can add parts to it that are in resin if you want some more detailed parts. But yeah. So, like right now, let's see. You could print out the Stronghold with PLA. But you'd have to fill in the holes, because there's holes in it that fit the resin parts. But in the future, I'll just make both available.
Doomslayer, since corporations are legal entities, that means some of them can be a-holes. Well, you kind of need to look at them like in a whole different way. There's a great Noam Chomsky quote that I'm going to butcher, where he's like, a corporation, what you get when you become a corporation is you can't be hurt, you can't be killed, you can't be put in jail, you can't be held accountable. All of these amazing superhuman things. But what you also get from becoming a corporation is no one likes you, no one cares about you, no one respects you, no one has any empathy towards you. So it's like a corporation is a different thing to a person. And I think that's kind of the way to think about them, is they're just a weird couch that makes toys. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of silly in my eyes. It's kind of silly when people are like, "How come Oreo is being a dick?" And it's like, well, they're not, because there's not a person running the show. It's a weird money printing factory.
Oreo.
Actually, I think Oreo is pretty cool. I like those cookies.
Mr. Oreo making those cookies.
Yeah, Michael Oreo himself.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken Nugs tips. I like that you're slowly becoming what you hate most. Absolutely. Oh, I'm going corporate as soon as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Porter. Unfortunately, copyright law is kind of insane. You have to be aggressively and litigious to protect your copyright. Otherwise, you get chapter house.
Yep.
Danzig Doom. Spartans have one advantage over Space Marines, energy shields. Spartans 3 and 4 have another advantage, more easily recruitable numbers from the military or children of war-torn worlds. Well, yeah, but they only have a couple of worlds, right? I mean, the Imperium has half a galaxy. Ustris Maximus. Nick J, what are your thoughts on the Raging Heroes models? Pretty cool. I've heard mixed things about the quality, but I've heard the newer stuff is better.
Mm-hmm.
They're just kind of bitty.
I mean, we have a Patreon opinion about them.
Oh, oh yes, we do.
Yeah, that we've been said some stuff, but don't have a problem with what they do.
I kind of like their Sisters of Battle count as models. I don't like their Imperial Guard count as models as much. And they're doing elves now, or they've always done elves.
Interesting.
Michael O'Brien, Jay, give me your best for the Emperor. For the Emperor.
For the Emperor. Ah.
Dancing of Doom. Jay is becoming the Anakin Skywalker of Shields. Anakin, you are breaking my heart. You are going down a path I cannot follow.
A classic.
Keita Griffin, thanks guys, and for real, my basing game has improved from no basing to slamming and jamming since finding your videos.
Amazing.
The Duke 07. Oh god, Chapter House, how long ago that feels. And you know what's interesting is I know a lot of people are out there claiming that Games Workshop has put the kibosh on bits. But back in the day, there was like only Chapter House. Now there's like, what, 5 different big places, and then there's also 3D printing.
Yeah, 3D printing for
So
days.
now is the time to be a kit basher converter.
Oh yeah. Chris Porter, Raging Heroes just put out some epic vampires. That sounds right up their alley.
I saw some really weird models they put out the other day that were, I think, like Egyptian themed, and they were just sexy ladies, but they had cat heads and cat feet. But like very realistic cat heads and cat feet. It was very weird.
That's for somebody. I bet you those sold out quick. Yeah. Remember we were looking through their catalog at one point, and we started seeing the same poses over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. Like they use a stock woman model, and then they just change the clothes. And that's pretty fun. Kino Kinode's Raging Heroes sold a cat mini. I bought it in honor of my cats. Hope it's not those cats.
Although they had a great little hippo that was like had like a bullet bandolier, and it was absolutely adorable, and I wanted it. But I didn't buy it. So I guess I didn't want it that bad.
Lance's Fantasy Gaming. I'm winning on the bid of Cursed City on eBay. Well, I'm gonna outbid you.
Chris Porter, bits are fine. You just can't use them at a Games Workshop store or events. I guess it always depends. I mean, I've hung out at my friendly local game store and painted models that had 3D printed bits on them. But I mean, the guy who runs my shop is a really cool guy. So I don't know if other store owners are a little bit more douchey about it. I mean, we've had other store owners who were more douchey about it.
Yes.
So I don't know. I think it's a kind of case by case basis, and I think also if it's like if it's really different, then you might get jammed up. But if it's just the shoulder swaps or head swaps or maybe a cooler looking gun, I think you'd probably get away with it. I don't know. There was official rules posted about what is allowed at Warhammer World events. Is there an official statement on what you can do at friendly or at local Games Workshop stores?
Not that I'm aware.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
Like I remember one of the store owners was upset about the Vallejo paint once. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's just if he was just a weirdo, because he was a weirdo.
It was also like 2016.
Right.
So it could be that things have changed. They don't have to have to be so much anymore.
Chili.
So shilly. They and he wouldn't let us play with an Eldar like guardian tank drawn on a napkin. Although he lent us a guardian tank to play with, so yeah, it was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Lance Fantasy Gaming. I'm winning on the bid of Cursed City on eBay. Ah, neat. Chris Porter, I'm a big proponent of playing at the local game store instead of Games Workshop anyways. Yeah, always hang out at your friendly local game store. Gyropathetic, there's a hobby shop near me that said I could literally corn products as stand-ins for corn demons. That makes sense. It's in the name.
Exactly. Disc of Doom, the store owner for the Games Workshop store location in Orange County, California, seems kind of douchey. He gave me a weird, unwelcoming vibe when I came in there in June. The store owner of the Games Workshop in South Jordan, Utah, is okay sign.
Neat.
Well,
yeah, I mean that's always the thing of retail. I mean, you just you get what you get.
Yeah.
Fat guy, little coat. Wait, someone got mad at you guys for not using Citadel paints. I was hanging out at a Games Workshop for the afternoon, and he was a little bit annoyed that I was using Vallejo paints. I was using Games Workshop paints and Vallejo paints, and so I was like, well, what do we do here? And I'm like, and he was like, okay, well, why don't you put the Vallejo paint on your palette and then put the Vallejo paint away? And so I did, and that was it.
Yeah. I don't know. Didn't he have some sort of reason to?
He had a weird reason, like that. It's like his manager or someone might come in and be like, "What's the deal with this guy and his Vallejo paint out on the counter?" But I don't know.
But I don't know. If for some reason I chalk it up to just him.
Yeah.
We had a couple in a row that were not great.
Yeah.
Guy now though is fantastic.
Yeah, really, really nice guy.
Mm-hmm. I know, and we were like, do you even know who we are? We have 13,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's what we should have said. Mundatur, that story needs some more spice. And then he spit on my model.
Yeah,
that's what you should have said.
Francisco Del Real, building an all Scions kill team. Ooh, sweet. TC Gentry, the Games Workshop near me is awesome. Kino Kanonas, at my Games Workshop, they make you use non-Games Workshop paint in a box of shame. What? It would be kind of funny if they put like a silly hat on you. They're like, yeah, you can use non-Games Workshop paints, but you have to wear the hat.
It'd be pretty good.
Ursus Maximus, we once had a store manager who basically left the store in a mess, dog bed and old dog toys, open paints and all. Games Workshop had to call a company to clean the floor to get rid of the paint and dirt. Holy moly.
Interesting.
Max Chung, hello guys. Ethan Lewis, the Games Workshop store in my area has a weird cologne-y smell. Like one of those scented clothing stores in the mall. The paint pots even kind of smell like that when you get home. Maybe.
I mean, maybe there's some real stinkers there, and they had to.
It could be. It happens.
They had to spray some Citadel spray around to
Yeah.
get rid of the stank.
The joke of smelly nerds is
Not a joke. It's real. It's an epidemic. Think of Doom. I used the OK symbol since they ran out of characters. The store owner for Games Workshop South Jordan is actually really nice and gives off a welcoming feeling into the store, wanting to make sure you go back and buy more.
Neat.
Exactly, because that's almost like how you have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want it to be a place where people want to go.
Yeah. I always think about the because I used to hang out at the Games Workshop store a lot, and I would always think this would be a pretty cool job, and then an annoying person hangs out for 8 hours, and then you're like, nope, and you have to be nice to them and talk with them and answer all their questions.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm like, nope, I get to go. I get to leave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you fundamentally have to be nice. Like a nice, really nice, caring person.
Joaquin Costa. Go to any Friday Night Magic tournament and it's a literal assault on all your senses. Smells so bad you can taste it. Liam Hagen, the scents for Citadel deodorant should be based off of the Space Marine chapters. Oh, that would be adorable.
That would be really good.
George Gujardo, after watching your last community critique, I'm trying to accent my new Tau models with gloss varnish. Hope it looks as good as I imagine.
Yeah. Neat. Speaking of community critique, we got Patreon-only shows.
Yeah.
Got 2 of them. This week's going to be a Warhammer Plus review. And then the week after that's going to be another community critique. A lot of fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. Daniel Bear, if you can't spot the annoying guy at the Games Workshop, you're the annoying guy.
Nailed it. PJ McMurray. Okay, remember, fellow nerds, axe spray is no substitute for a shower.
Yes. Nativable Noir, the guy at my Games Workshop is very, very open about his personal life. I've seen him a few times just to buy models, and during a conversation about lore, he'll slip into a random thing like my ex is dating now.
Oh, good.
Is this the right color to be in accents? I'm going to say yes. Yeah, that'll work.
Chris Porter, I have to say, I really appreciate how even-keeled you guys are about your Games Workshop critiques. A lot of channels go full-on rage boner, and it's getting old.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel like for us it's just toys and games, and we enjoy it as toys and games. And that's not to put it down. Like, toys and games are awesome and fun, and they bring happiness and joy, and it's fulfilling and rewarding. but I don't know. It's not worth getting all upset over.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole point of it is to put your life away
Yeah.
and do this and do something that you actually like. So it doesn't really make any sense to make it more than that. I don't quite understand.
And the Games Workshop's evil, and it's like, well, yeah. I mean, they're a big company, and we should be wary of them because they're out to make money. But if they make something that you want to buy, you can buy it.
That's not the Games Workshop that I know and love. They're only here to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Games Workshop told me that.
Liam Hagen, my local store doesn't like it when you stink.
Yeah.
Chris Porter, if someone's ranting about Games Workshop ruining their hobby and life probably sucked to start with.
You said it, not me.
Maybe this wasn't the right color to accent with. Or maybe I just haven't pushed it light enough. Yeah, the next squad I paint will definitely be with oils. The only thing I was worried about with oils was how selective can I be with oils? Like, can I paint the arms with one set of oils and then the body with another set? But I probably should have just gone for it. Because this is hard and it's not looking as nice as I wanted it to. I kind of wanted more of like a Dana Howell, a little bit abstract, but still looks perfect. It kind of just looks like I tried to paint it well and I did okay. But it doesn't feel like artsy. It feels like, yeah, that's what they're probably supposed to look like.
Maybe you should add some fartsy to it.
Maybe, yeah. I wanted something a little special.
Have you seen her orc commandos on Instagram?
I have.
Stuff?
They're incredible.
Holy cats!
I hope she makes the video.
Because those are amazing. BJ McMurray. Sorry, Jay. There is no Dana. Only Zool. I get it. The second Ghostbusters is not as good.
No, it's really not.
It's short. It's like a couple minutes shorter than the first one, but it's way longer. It feels much longer.
And the third Ghostbusters is all right. Wasn't my favorite. It had some fun moments. But it wasn't the first one. It wasn't, like really good.
Yeah.
And they're making another Ghostbusters. Maybe make a new silly ghost show.
You know what we really need? I just thought of this all on my own. They really need a prequel to Willy Wonka.
There you go. That would be great.
That's kind of a novel idea.
Yeah, let's get that in the works. That sounds like a great idea.
Joaquin Costa. There's a third Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it was very famous. It came out in 2016, and I want to say it was called Ghostbusters. Because that, oh my god, that really, really annoys me. When they're just like, hey, let's just use the name of another movie. That we're not. That's acceptable, right? What should we call the new movie? The sequel to The Thing. Let's call it The Thing. That won't be confusing.
Oh,
Like, are they? I mean, I guess, and you know what? It's probably true that moviegoers are so dumb that they'll go see the movie just because it might be the
But
same movie.
I also feel like, I also feel like, who's going to a movie theater like anymore? I don't know anyone
Mm-hmm.
that's been to. I haven't gone to a movie theater in a couple of years.
It's true.
I don't know.
The magician movie. Now You See Me, and its sequel. Now You See Me Too. There was no other options that would have been clever and funny and part of the joke.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been really funny if Star Wars Episode 9 was just called Star Wars A New Hope. A New Hope.
A New Hope.
The newest hope. Chris Porter, making something original, but how would we cash in on the nostalgia to compensate for the poor quality of the film?
I know. Pretty wild.
Joaquin Costa, why would the sequel to Ghostbusters 2 be called Ghostbusters? Because they can.
George Gajardo, The Thing 2, The Thinganing. That'd be good.
Can't fight the Thing 2, even more things.
Damn.
I think the Red Letter Media guys made a horror movie called Things. I still haven't seen their new Red Letter movie called Space Cop, which Goobertown Hobbies is actually in.
I was about to say. Isn't that a fun little thing?
I think, did we learn that on stream?
Yes.
Yeah.
He joined our stream. We talked to him about it. Yeah, very interesting.
I wish I was in a Red Letter Media production. I bet that they actually just work hard and do a good job.
Yeah, probably. Can fight. Goobertown is in Space Cop. What? Yeah, I think he said he was like an extra or something. Nelson Dunn. The last movie I saw in theaters was the first Pokemon movie.
That was in theaters? I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real quest.
I just remember going to theaters like all the time as a kid.
Yeah.
And then never again.
I mean, it barely feels worth it because of Netflix and the streaming and on-demand video and... It's like, but this movie is new. Yeah, but there's also a billion new movies on... It's kind of like Games Workshop and FOMO. Like, well, don't you have to buy the new box? Well, no, because there's already 700 units in the Space Marine Codex.
Right.
I could just get anything I want. And I don't have to, you know, wake up early and log in.
Yeah.
We imagine Haggins. The Games Workshop employee cannot stop me from drinking all the washes.
Now, that'd be a amazing thing to do. As a protest of Games Workshop, you go in and start drinking washes till they kick you out.
Can you imagine? You go up to the paint rack, you take a pot, you open it, and then you just take a sip.
God. And have to pump your stomach.
What was the last movie I saw in theaters? It must have been Star Wars.
I think for me it was Star Wars.
I see anything else? I don't think so. Eberwald, but in a theater you can have your night ruined by dozens of strangers.
That is too true.
I love when we went to go see episode 8. I guess someone was just not into the movie or didn't want to be there or something, and so they were listening to the radio.
Yeah.
And there was and I could hear it vaguely throughout the whole movie, but what was great is in like the total silent moment where pink hair super slams into the other ship and there's complete silence for a second. I just heard
Yeah, it's pretty.
Why?
It's pretty wild. Yep. I can't really think of a time that we saw something in a theater and it went well.
Yeah.
Do you remember we saw Krampus?
Yeah.
And people kept getting up and leaving, and where they were right in front of the projector and tall, so we could see them.
Yep. Oh, I loved Krampus.
Mm-hmm. God. It's so weird. It's like we just have really bad luck.
And like I don't buy the food because it's crazy expensive, which I don't even understand at all. So because by my reckoning, I mean, does everyone just buy the crazy expensive food?
A good number of people do, I guess.
Because I feel like if it was $5 for like a small popcorn and a small soda, I'd get it every single time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so wildly expensive. I'll just sneak in something from Walgreens or just not.
It's not even hard to sneak stuff in. I mean, it's not like they pat you down.
Cause like it's not like soda and popcorn costs anything.
There's this one time where this was a couple of years ago. We just brought it was one of our other friends. We just brought a backpack with us into the movie theater with stuff in it.
Yep.
And nobody stopped us.
I remember when I was a little kid, my sister really wanted to see some dumb movie. Mm-hmm. Some like dumb for girls movie, and I didn't want to, but my mom's like, okay, but you have to, because she can't be alone. And so I brought in a portable DVD player with Alien.
That's pretty awesome.
And I'm just sitting there watching a different movie.
Oh, that's awesome. And I would love to see the other people around you.
I know. Well, there was like no one in there because it's a dumb movie.
Was it Liberty?
I don't think it was Liberty. I think it might have been the AMC.
Oh, interesting.
Lucky Bat. You sneak in a bag of mashed potatoes like the rest of us.
Yeah. Exactly.
Chris Porter. Alternatively, you just watch a movie on Prime or Netflix and eat and drink whatever you want.
Jason M. I just sneak in beer cans in. I wait till the loud parts to open them. That's
Nice.
basically what we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And speaking of mashed potatoes,
ooh-wee.
Look at the
Better
time,
believe
everybody.
It.
Another fine day of working on Repentia Flesh.
Mm-hmm.
I think tomorrow
Just a couple...
I'll probably get it done.
Yeah.
And then I can work on other things.
But there you go. Well, we had a video out this week, a little update video, but we have 2 more videos coming, and a Patreon-only video, and a Patreon-only stream after the normal stream on Friday.
Yeah.
Holy cats, lots of stuff. But, exactly. I'm glad that you added that little tidbit. But we'll be back tomorrow with another live stream at 9 p.m. Central. So join us for that.
All right, everybody. Good night.